Hello, I'm Chris Hughes, and this is the American Cycling League at the Lexus Velodrome in Detroit, Michigan.
I'm John Hughes, and tonight's race is the 2021 Lexus Velodrome Championships. Riders will be racing on fixed-gear bikes, no brakes on this 10th of a mile wood oval, hitting speeds of over 40 miles an hour.
It's going to be some really fast racing tonight. They want to win these championships belt, the coolest trophy that we have, that I think anywhere really. They're pretty sweet. The games that the teams will be playing tonight is a chase race, which is also known as a scratch, the elimination, the Kieran, and American Cycling League's feature race, the Madison. Riders will gain points over the 2 nights. Winner will be the one that's got the most. It's an omnium. That's how we do it here. John, let's talk about the racers tonight.
Well, we have 5 two-rider teams in the pro division tonight.
And let's go through them. So we have Team Blue, Ryan Jastrab and Hayden Strong. What are some strengths and weaknesses of these 2 riders in this team?
I mean, Ryan Jastrab, he's a Continental Pro. He's raced in Tasmania. He's racing the Berlin 6-day, Junior National Points Champion, Pro 1 on the road. He's just a fast rider all around. He knows how to do it. He's been out at our track quite a few times. So I think we're going to see a lot out of him tonight.
And Hayden Strong is coming on strong lately, in some good training and racing here. What do you see out of him tonight?
Hayden Strong, the Kiwi cannonball. I mean, coming through, he's the collegiate national champion. He's got to jump like none other. You're going to see him put himself in sketchy situations and, push the limit. He pushes himself each time. And between him and Jastrab, I think they're going to be a team to watch out for.
Yeah, tough team to beat. Now we have the champions of the DMCU Classic. We have Team Silver, Will Bobrow and Ben Krisman. They are riding really strong. What do they have to do to be successful?
I mean, I think I got to do what they did last time. Just keep the pressure on. Don't give up. Bobrow has 10 national medals, junior time trial national champion, real strong rider. He's been out at the Lexus Velodrome a lot over the last few years. He's getting really comfortable out here. He knows what he needs to do to win. And then his partner, who's a little newer to track racing, but I mean, he showed it at the last 2 days, taking that win, Ben Krisman. He's the current junior national mountain bike and cyclocross champion. I mean, we got a bunch of national champions out here. They're all looking for that W. They all want to take home these belts.
And Team Silver has built some really good chemistry, having been able to race together the last 4 Madison nights. Now we have Team Green. We have James Hilliard, who's back, one of an extremely exciting racer, and we have Brad Green, who's coming off a big crash from the last DMCU Classic. Do you think that? What's the mindset that Brad, you think's got right now going into tonight's races?
I mean, I think he's ready to go. I don't think that's going to affect him much. It's good to see him back. I think he's going to come in fresh. Brad, he was part of the collegiate team pursuit national champion team. They put down the fastest time ever at a collegiate national championship. I think he knows how to get on the front and keep that hammer down. And then you got Hilliard. James is 2-time collegiate track and road national champion out of Colorado. He's living at altitude. He's coming here, bringing that high speed to the track. You're going to see him flying all over, man. He definitely pushes himself, puts him sometimes in some scary spots. We've seen him do some pretty crazy racing out here, but I think tonight with Brad able to keep that hammer down, James able to make those moves, they're going to be, Team Green's going to be a team to watch out for as well.
An interesting aspect of this is one of James's first races back from the COVID pandemic, so it's going to be interesting to see if he's got some cobwebs in those legs and in the brain for thinking in the saddle. Team Orange, Connell Alford, DeJean Parks, the young guns. What do they have to do to A, stay in the race, and B, get some points here?
Yeah, I mean, they've raced a lot together. Both these kids are strong. Both are, national level talent. Connell Alford last year at Nationals, took home a couple medals. DeJean's right up there with the top guys in his age group. Ben Krisman, the only other junior that's in this race. It's going to be, Connell's 14, racing as a 15, 16-year age group. DeJean's 16, racing at 17, 18. So they're both young kids, but man, they got go. So it's anyone's race at this point. You're going to see some really good, really fast racing. I don't know. I don't think there's any team that stands out big time, but in my opinion, I'd be looking out for Team Blue. I think Strong and Jastrab are going to be a really hard team to beat. But it's track racing, man. Anything could happen at any point.
Now we have a chase race tonight, which is also a scratch race, and some people know it as scratch race. You have some pretty unique things that you say over the microphone. When we hear you say stick, us as track cyclists know that, but what does stick mean?
So basically, there's a lot of kind of lingo we have here at the track. And a lot of it, when I'm announcing, I just kind of yell it out because I coach out here a lot, so it's just what I'm used to saying. So stick is one of those things, basically it means don't move, stick where you're at, because you never want to make really violent movements up and down the track. You want to either make your move, you either commit or you stick where you're at. And so stick means like, hey, I'm coming up on you, I'm coming fast, don't move because I'm about to come blowing by you.
Yeah.
And you don't want that guy to pull up the track and all of a sudden smacking into him.
And what about coming in hot or hot, hot, hot?
Yeah, when you hear hot, coming in hot, that means, the race is going fast. Their partner, that's coming in from recovery on the Madison probably isn't going fast enough. He needs to pick up that speed so they can throw him in the race and not rip him off the bike.
Now, finally, what does whoa mean?
I mean, that just means it's going hot, all the time. Whoa! That takes it from the old 6-day movies back in the day. But yeah, man, it's going to be fun racing. I'm really excited. I'm going to get up to the booth, and we're going to get this night underway, I think.
All right, man, head on up there, and we'll see you a little bit later after the races. Now, the chase race, a scratch race, it's a very straightforward race. It's 30 laps or 3 miles, and it's a single bell will start the race, followed by some faster bells to signify sprints as needed. So it's a flurry of sprints at the final, or a flurry of signals at the final sprint. So a scratch race is basically the most basic race that we have here. You start and you finish first one to the line there, and you're good to go. So it's really quite simple. It's exciting. We have some racers that I really think this race is going to be beneficial for. Now, since it's an omnium, it's an interesting aspect to things because the points matter. So if you can get first and second in the chase races, then you're going to be up there in the points right away. I think the person to look out for in this race, I think everybody knows, is going to be Ryan Jastrab. He's got some really good road base endurance, and he's got some good pop too. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of strategy he puts on there. If he gets out in front and tries to hammer down to try to get the pop away from some of his other competitors, like James Hillier and the Team Orange and Will Bobrow, or if he decides just to stay in the pack and let the race come to him. It's going to be interesting. I'm very interested to see what our boys from Detroit do in this chase race and see how they decide to play this out. So we are going to do a chase race today, and then we have, like I said earlier, we have a Madison, we have a Kieran, we have an elimination race, which is going to be always super fast, super exciting. Going to watch again for Ryan Jastrab. We're going to be saying his name a lot tonight. Hayden Strong's going to be in that. James Hillier is going to be all over the track like usual. He's a super exciting rider to watch. And then Team Silver, can't sleep on them as well. So I want to thank our sponsors with Mead, Lexus of Lakeside, Mead, Lexus of Southfield, Lexus of Ann Arbor, Diversified Members Credit Union, and the Rafa Foundation for sponsoring us here and helping us do what we do with all of our juniors and our races here. And right now, I'm going to send it back up to John Hughes for the call of the Lexus Velodrome Championships.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to downtown Detroit to American Cycling League's Lexus Velodrome Championship Games. We're going to get underway with our racing tonight on the front of the track. You heard us just talking about him. He's the collegiate road and collegiate track champion. Down low, that's James Hillier. And his partner right above him, racing out of Marion, Indiana. He's the current Team Pursuit Collegiate National Champion. That's Brad Green, Team Green. Now rolling up, this is the team to watch out for, making the move out here from LA. He's fast. He's won the junior track Omnium, National Championship Omnium, a lot of words there. Gonna put it down tonight. That's Ryan Jastrab. And his partner, the Kiwi Cannonball, known for picking up that speed. That's Hayden Strong, Team Blue. Now rolling through, we got our two juniors out of Detroit, Michigan, down low. He's won a couple medals at the national championship for his age group. We're going to see what he does against these pros. That's Connell Alford. And his partner riding those two-spoke fast-forward wheels right out of Detroit, Michigan. He's won a lot of races out here. He wants to win that belt tonight. DeJohn Parks, Team Orange. And our final team of the pros rolling through down low. He's racing out of Marion University, via Louisville. He's fast. He won the last 2-day race out here. That's Will Bobrow. And his partner, who's also the winner of the last 2-day race, he's a junior mountain and junior cyclocross national champion. That's Ben Chrisman, Team Silver. So these guys are going to roll into the first race of the night. It's going to be a chase race. This is also known as a scratch race. There's going to be one start, one finish. This overall night of racing is going to go towards an omnium. Those are points in each race. The winner of the riders with the most points over the next 2 days will win the omnium and take home the Lexus Velodrome Championship belts. Ryan Jastrab goes right to the front, picking up the tempo. James Hillier in the green jersey chasing him down. Connell Alford's on his wheel. You can see the onboard footage. That's on Jastrab's bike as he's still leading it out. Connell Alford pushing hard, trying to close down that gap. Jastrab looks back, sees he's still got the gap. Small gap opening up to Hayden Strong in blue in third place. Will Bobrow tight on the wheel of Hayden Strong as Jastrab pulls up. Jastrab looking for a wheel to jump onto. Now the junior, 14-year-old Connell Alford on the front of the back. He pulls all the way up using the 50-degree banking of the Lexus Velodrome to his advantage. Now Hayden Strong to the front. Shoulder check, moves up the track. Bobrow taking over the front of the pack. Will Bobrow, junior time trial national champion, former junior time trial national champion, knows how to keep that hammer on as Chrisman pulls up. Now Brad Green treating it like the team pursuit. His team put on the fastest collegiate team pursuit ever recorded at Collegiate Nationals. As James Hillier out of Colorado back on the track, his first race back since COVID. Unfortunately, we did lose one out-of-town team due to COVID protocols, was not able to make it. You can see all of our riders riding with masks. I race out here with my mask all the time. It is annoying, but it does not prohibit any oxygen use, following all the laws in Michigan. As Will Bobrow sticking on the front, Hayden Strong jumps on the back. Ben Chrisman now. Chrisman on the front of the pack, holding that black line, that mountain biker, showing him how to do it on the track. Now Brad Green on the front of that green jersey. We finally got the green jerseys for Brad Green. The John Parks doesn't want to sit on the front for too long. He pulls up. DeJohn Parks with the big haircut. Surprising he could fit in that helmet. That two-spoke wheel looking sweet on his bike as you see the onboard footage of Ryan Jastrab pulling off. That was Connell Alford on the front. Now he pulls off. They got 20 laps to go. 2 miles to go, riders. 2 miles to go. First race of the weekend. No one wants to blow up too early, but everyone trying to keep that heat on. First couple races are always the questionable ones. We got a lot of racing going on tonight. Starting off with this pro 3-mile chase race and then the semi-pro 2-mile chase race, semi-pro B 2-mile chase race. Some of our young riders will get in elimination races. Then we got some Kierans going on. They're going to see 17 at the line, 17 at the line. And we got Connell Alford rolling off the front. Well, but he decides to sit back up now. Hayden Strong up top. Jastrab looking for a wheel to sit on. We got a little bit of a lull in the race. Everyone knows that at any point someone could go off the front. Alford jumping onto the wheel of Strong. Remember, this is points overall for the weekend. Overall for the weekend will determine the winners of the Lexus Velodrome Championships. Once again, we want to thank our sponsors, Meade Lexus of Southfield, Meade Lexus of Lakeside, and Lexus of Ann Arbor, as well as Diversified Members Credit Union, and our newest partner, the Rafa Foundation. Remember, everything out here at the Lexus Velodrome is completely free for juniors. All of our programming for under 18 is completely free. We give them bikes. We give them the gear. You're going to see some of our juniors out there later, although you see some of our juniors right now as Connell Alford pulls off the front of the pack. Alford this year looking for a big year at Nationals, using all this Lexus Velodrome racing as training. Pretty much the only racing going on in the U.S. is right here in downtown Detroit at the Lexus Velodrome. Now to John Parks on the front of the pack in that orange jersey. He pulls up. Hillier gets in that arrow position. You can see him pumping on those pedals. They got 11 to go at the line. 11 to go at the line, riders. You can see him sitting on a wheel because the rider in the front is doing 30% more effort than the rider behind him. That's why they're sitting as close to that wheel as they can. Down at the black line at the very bottom of the track, that is the shortest distance around the track. That is why the riders ride down low when they pull up high. That slows them down, riding up the 50-degree banking. They slow down, then use that banking to dive back onto the back wheel. as DeJohn Parks pulls up the track. James Hillier takes over that front position. They're doing about half-lap pulls. The shorter pulls you do, the faster you're able to hop back in and recover. And we're getting to the point where we're going to see somebody making a move soon. They're going to see 7 to go at the line. 7 to go at the line, riders. 7 to go at the line. Bob Rowe pulls up. Now it's Ben Crispin on the front. Crispin waves his elbow. He pulls up. Brad Green overtaking the front position. 6 to go, 1,000 meters, 1,000 meters to go. DeJohn Parks pulls up with Brad Green. Now in the front, James Hillier. Hillier pulls up. Less than 1,000 meters to go, riders. Less than a kilo to go. Jastrab looking for a way up. You can see it slowly stacking up a little bit. DeJohn Parks jumping on the wheel of Jastrab. Good move from the junior. Looking for the stronger riders, trying to sit on that wheel. 4 to go at the line, riders. 4 to go at the line. Who's going to take the win in the first race of the weekend? Who's going to take the win tonight in our chase race? This is the 3-mile, 30-lap chase race. Jastrab pulls up. DeJohn Parks goes with him. So does Hayden Strong. Now on the front, James Hillier. 3 to go at the line. 500 meters to go. 500 meters to go. We got a small gap opening up. James Hillier and Connell Alford pulling away. They got about a 4 bike length gap. But Jastrab wants to close it down. They know how long it's going to get. 2 to go. It's Connell Alford going to make that move. Here comes Brad Green winding up. Connell Alford going to the top of Hillier. Now's the time to go. Connell Alford getting all that off. James Hillier ramping it up. Now Connell Alford going. Here comes the bell. Bell lap coming up. The 14-year-olds on the front. Get Connell Alford, stay away. Here comes Ryan Jastrab trying to overtake him. Connell Alford holding it down. Jastrab trying to make the move. Can he stay away? And the winner of the first race of the night, Connell Alford. What a move from the junior. Connell Alford with a big move. 2 to go. Coming over the top of Hillier. Able to pull away. Give it up for Team Orange. 14-year-old Connell Alford. Let's make another round of applause. Give it up for taking the first win of the weekend, Connell Alford. All right, now we're going to get into our first semi-pro chase race. Semi-pros up to the rail. Semi-pro riders up to the rail. So it's going to be a mix of some of the riders doing the Madison, some just doing the individual events. On the front, Team Orange, Matt Redfield. On his wheel, is that Dan Freiberg? Did we get a rollout on his gear? Oh, I know Freiberg's overgeared. I won't say anything. I'll only say it on the mic. Right behind him, Levi. Levi, I do not know your last name. Let me look it up here. Levi Gaswin. Is that right? Hey, out of Ohio. Levi's first night racing, and we threw him in the Madison. Yeah, buddy. Next up, that's Donnell Anderson. Donnell Anderson, Team Yellow. Most likely to get third place in the Madison tonight will be Team Yellow, Donnell Anderson, and his partner, who we'll talk about in a minute. Next up in the red jersey, that's Michael Hartrick. Mike Hartrick going to keep the hammer on all night. Right behind him, is that Brendan? Is that Brendan? Brendan Leary? Can't even see you. You got a different helmet on. That's Brendan Leary with the sweet green wheel. Behind him in the yellow, chopping blades, Tim Bo Slice. Tim Bower, Team Yellow, third place. I'm calling it now. It's right behind me and Team Green. Next up, that's Paul Del Judas in the red jersey with that Lexus disc wheel. Paul's fast. Watch out, guys. I'm going to tell you what. Sit on Paul's wheel. Try to come around at the end. That's what I do. Then we got Noah Chabot. Noah, what up, Noah? Noah out of Louisville or Marion, one of the two. He makes a trip up here all the time. Then we've got Derek the Savage in the red jersey at the back. And then we got a sprinter who decided to climb mountains all summer, so now he's a racer. That's Brandon Carbomb.
Okay, riders. This is a 20-lap scratch race. 20-lap scratch race if you're all together when you come around.
In turn 4, so I am with the pro winner of that chase race, 30 laps, Kyle Alford. How we doing, man?
That hurt a lot.
So that was a pretty straightforward race. Ryan Jastreb went off the front a little, see where the legs were, and then it was just kind of do your rotation. Was your goal just to kind of follow wheel race?
Yeah, I knew they're all really fast, and I didn't think I could get off the front, so I just said follow wheels and see where the sprint can take me in the last lap or so.
So were you worried at all when, I think it was Hillier and I can't remember who else was off the front with him, when they were off the front, were you worried about them at all?
I don't think I even noticed them off the front during that thing. I just focused on sticking on wheels, and I knew Hayden Strong was a really good wheel to follow, and he knows what he's doing, so I just stuck to his wheel.
Could you feel Jastreb on your shoulder coming over you, and did you just bear down and just, oh my gosh, this is hurting, but only a little bit longer? How did that feel?
I could feel him almost like the whole last lap, and I said, you just have to keep going. You're almost there. Let's do this.
Well, in case you didn't know, your partner, I think, got 1.2, so you guys are in the Omnium. You're at the top, so really nice job by Team Orange, and now we are going to do a semi-pro, I think it's a chase race, so let's do it.
Okay, riders, 20-lap scratch race. If you're all together when you come around, there'll be a single bell to get the race started. Eyes up, make sure you're doing your shoulder checks. Riders ready, roll.
All right, and we're rolling our first semi-pro race of the weekend. Let's get it going, you guys. Let's get it together. When they roll around, if they're all together, we'll hear the bell and the race will be underway. All right, riders. First race of the weekend's going down now. Got a big semi-pro field. On the front, Dan Freiberg winding up that big boy gear. We do have a gear restriction here at the Lexus Velodrome, but we do have a couple sprinters. We don't make the sprinters do it and stay within that gear restriction, and sometimes the sprinters want to do these races. Now Michael Hartrick on the front. Hartrick shoulder checks, pulls up. Brennan Leary overtaking that front position. Brennan Leary, one of his strong races tonight, the Kieran. See how he does in that Kieran in a little bit. Levi looking for a wheel to jump onto. Eyes up, riders, eyes up. Leary jumps onto Hartrick's wheel as Tim Bober up top. Chopping blades, Timbo Slice. Ain't nothing nice about Timbo Slice. Chopping up them blades. Slice, man. Now, Derek the Savage. That's not a stutter. That's Derek the Savage. Keeping that hammer down. Derek's out here training hard multiple times a week. Every single time Derek's on the track, he's working hard. No days off as Matt Redfield pulls up. Matt Redfield, most likely the winner of the Madison at the end of the night. Team Orange. He's got the strongest partner, also best looking partner. Levi at the front, he pulls up. Now Hartrick, we got a small gap opening up. Noah Chabot's got to close down that gap now. Dan Freiberg looking for a spot to get into. Eyes up, riders, eyes up. Hold your line. Freiberg winding up that gear, now having to back it off as Timbo Slice pulls off the front. Savage jumps onto the back of the pack. Pulling up is Del Judas. Del Judas looking for a wheel to jump onto. Noah Chabot at the front now. 10 to go at the line, riders. 10 to go at the line. Who's going to take the W in the first race of the weekend? Make sure you're shoulder checking, riders. Nine at the line. Brandon Carbomb on the front. Matt Redfield looking for an escape route. He pulls up now. Donnell Anderson. Shoulder checks. He's up out of the saddle. Derek Savage having to close down a gap at the back of the pack. Him and Noah Chabot closing it down as Michael Hartrick starts winding it up. 8 to go at the line. Redfield trying to close down that gap on a Donnell Anderson wheel. On the front, Levi. Oh, sorry, that was his part. No, that was Levi. Eyes up, eyes up. Levi, you can't jump on there. Make sure you're not jumping in. You got a shoulder check. Make sure there's room. Freiberg on the front. He's got 1,000 meters to go. Can the sprinter stay away? Can he kilo him? Dan Freiberg on the front, but chasing him down. Levi, Winskate, Gaswint, and Tim Bober. Del Judas on his wheel. Here comes Donnell Anderson. 4 at the line, 4 at the line. Hold your line, hold your line. Now here goes Del Judas. Paul Del Judas making a move. 500 meters to go, 500 meters to go. Can Del Judas stay away? Del Judas on the front, Carbaum's on his wheel. 2 to go at the line. Can Brandon Carbaum overtake Del Judas? Now's the time to make a move. 1 to go. Here comes the bell. Here comes the bell. Can Carbaum overtake Del Judas? Del Judas going off the front. Carbaum's trying to make a move. Brendan Carbaum trying to push it. Del Judas going to the line. They're shoulder to shoulder. And it looks like the winner of our first race of the night is going to be Brendan Carbaum. Carbaum, Del Judas, Redfield, Leary, Bober, Gaswint. All right, now we got our second group of semi-pros. Second group of semi-pros up to the rail. All right, now this is our second group of semi-pro riders. On the front, Autumn, Kaya. Right on her wheel, that's 10-year-old Donald Smith. Next up, 13 years old, Patrick Leary. Behind him, that's his sister, Avalyn Leary. I think this is John Mcguire, out of Ohio, I believe.
Who's the next guy?
Right behind him, Kevin Graham.
Is that right, Graham?
Next up, that's Drew Laird. Then we got Jay Atwater, and at the back, Eamon Kernan. I didn't forget your guys' names. I was looking at this sheet, so whatever. Anyway, we're about to get away with this 2-mile chase race.
Okay, riders, 20-lap scratch race. If you're all together when you come around, single bell to get the race started. Eyes up, no overlapping wheels, and make sure you're doing your shoulders checks. Riders ready, roll.
Let's get it together, let's go. Pick it up. On a wheel, it's got to get together. The race does not start till it's all together. Remember, riders, eyes up, eyes up. All right, here we go. Race is going to start on the bell in the next lap. If you're a bell in the next lap, that means the race is underway. All right, race is underway. Patrick Leary on the front. Patrick Leary, one of our junior racers, rides out here at the Lexus Velodrome at no charge to him and his family. You're going to hear the Leary name a lot because there's a lot of Larrys, and there's a lot of them here. Patrick Leary on the front, his sister Evelyn Leary, she pulls up with him. John Mcguire pulling up in the front of the pack. He's strong. He's going to be a strong one in this race. Kevin Graham tight on his wheel. Drew Laird having to close down that gap. I would say Kevin Graham's seat might need to go up a little bit. Looks kind of low. Drew Laird on the front. He works at the sprint training with the guy right behind him, Jay Atwater. They may be sprinters, but they can also do these races, these longer endurance races. Although track racing, you know, it's not going to see the 120-mile road races that you might see on other events at Flow Sports. Out here, most of our races are pretty short, but they are intense. Longest race of the night will be an 80-lap, 8-mile Madison, so don't forget to stick around for that one. And we got the Kieran racing. The Kieran racing is where we get the electric bike out there. The electric bike sets the tempo, gets him going to 32 miles, 31.5 miles an hour, and then pulls off the track and lets them go at it. We're going to see speeds of over 40 miles an hour here from our pros and probably some of our semi-pros. John Mcguire on the front of the pack. Setting that tempo. He shoulder checks and pulls up the track. Now Kevin Graham pulling through. We got a small gap, open it up. Drew Laird setting that tempo. 12 to go at the line, 12 to go at the line. Eamon Kernan, front of the pack. Shoulder checks, pulls up. Now, Autumn Kea just signed paperwork to go race for the Knights at Marion University at the Major Taylor Velodrome. As Patrick Leary starts picking up the tempo. 1 mile to go, riders. 1 mile to go. John Mcguire ramping up that tempo. He's pulling off the front. Kevin Graham going with him. Eamon Kernan trying to pick it up and over Drew Laird. Kernan making a move. As out the front goes John Mcguire. Mcguire's got 8 to go, 8 to go. Can he stay away for the next 8 laps? Donald Smith, the 10-year-old, hanging on. John Mcguire on those pedals. He's pulling away. Eamon Kernan in no man's land along with Kevin Graham. Graham's got to keep pushing. Jay Atwater chasing him down with Patrick Leary. Autumn K on the wheel. Off the front is John Mcguire. Mcguire still trying to stay away. Now Kerning in that second place position. Are Kerning and Graham going to work together? 5 to go, 5 to go, 5 to go. John Mcguire off the front. Can he stay away? Let's go, Eamon. Let's go. Go, 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 go. Jay Atwater chasing down. We got 1 off the front. We got a group of 2, and then we got a group of 3 chasing. On that wheel, Eamon, on that wheel. Let's go. You got to go now. Now's the time to put the hurt in. Atwater pull through. 3 to go. 500 meters for Mcguire off the front. 500 meters to go. Patrick Leary making a move. Can Leary jump all the way to this other group? Because off the front is Mcguire. He's got 2 to go. Eamon Kernan ramping it up. Here comes Patrick Leary. Leary's got to go all the way up and over. Patrick Leary pushing it. Eamon Kernan trying to hold it down. Here comes Autumn Kea. Ring the bell, ring the bell. All right, it go all the way. Keep it going. It's going to be the winners. John Mcguire. Patrick Leary pushing it. Pedal, Eamon. What are you doing? Race isn't over. Autumn Kea to the line. And it's going to go Mcguire, Leary, Graham, Kea, Kernan, Atwater. Don't go too slow, Eamon. When there's a rider that far off the front, you got to remember that the bell is for him, and then you got to wait for your bell. Some of the riders must have forgotten that. Big move from Patrick Leary, going from off the back to second place. But the winner of our first semi-pro Group 2 chase race, John Mcguire.
About a year ago, I became aware that Rafa had concocted the Rafa Foundation, the sole focus of which was to promote cycling as the most popular sport in the world. I had already been involved as a foundation and board member here at Detroit Fitness Foundation, and when I saw that project in the formation, my dream was to bring the two together, Rafa Foundation and Detroit Fitness. What brought us to their attention was our laser focus on youth performance track cycling. And after we filed our application, they accepted. We obtained the grant funding, and I think this will greatly accelerate our program, which is to engage in national and international performance track cycling.
All right, and now we got our juniors. That's what the Rafa Foundation, the sponsor of the Rafa Foundation, is all about, our juniors. And here we go. We got Jack Leary on the front, Cormac Leary in second, Caramia DiGiulio in third, and at the back, Carter Todd. And these kids.
Okay, riders, this is a 5-lap scratch race. Riders ready? Roll.
All right, they're rolling. Let's go. Paddle, 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 paddle. All right, and the race is underway. Jack Lear on the front, setting that tempo. Carter Todd chasing him down. Got to get on that wheel, Carter. Get on there. Get on that wheel. Oh, and look at this. Cormac, him and his brother are racing against each other out here on a daily basis. They're going to see 3 to go when they come around. Hold that line. Eyes up, riders. Eyes up. All the way, all the way. Coming over the top. Whoa. All the way to the top. Caramia pushing it, trying to get over the two brothers. She's all the way at the blue line. 2 to go at the line. Oh, just making a move over the top. A little bit of a wheel chop, but we won't say anything. Now Jack Leary, hold your line, riders. Hold your line. Hold your line. Keep pedaling. Hold your line. All right, here we go. Final lap. All the way. Keep pedaling. Keep pedaling. Cormac Leary's trying to make a move. Let's go. Jack's out of the side. Out of the saddle. Jack looks over his shoulder. Cormac's making a move. Pushing to the line, and the winner's going to be Jack Leary. Cormac Leary. Camilla DeGiulio all the way. Carter, pedal, pedal, pedal. Pedal, Carter, to the finish line. All the way to the finish line. Let's go, Carter. Out of the saddle. All right, give it up for those juniors. Jack Leary going off the front, bumping elbows, able to keep it upright and taking the W. All right. Now we're going to get into one of my favorite races. It's exciting. A lot going on. This is the Pro Elimination Race. The way this race is going to go, we're going to let the riders roll off the line. As they roll off the line, they're going to get 5 laps to get situated. As they get situated and comfortable on the track, you will hear a bell with 1 to go. When that bell is rung, that means the next lap we are going to be pulling a rider out of the race. But we are going to pull the last place rider out of the race. Whoever's rear wheel, the back of their rear wheel is the last one to cross the finish line. They will be pulled out or eliminated from the race. This is going to happen every other lap until we're down to the final 2 riders. When we get to those final 2 riders, we're going to give them 2 laps, and it will be an all-out match sprint. Who's going to win our Pro Elimination? Going down here at the American Cycling League in downtown Detroit at the Lexus Velodrome.
Okay, riders, elimination race. You're all together, come around 5 to go. First bell at 1, pull at 0. Should be every other lap. No bell, no sprint. We get down to 2 riders. When you come out of turn 4, it'll be 2 to go. Make sure you don't make a hole where there isn't, because that's when bad things happen. So make sure you're doing your shoulder checks, and if you're out, you're out. Riders ready? Roll.
All right, and they're rolling. Remember, it's the last place rider that will be eliminated from the race. So there's a couple of different strategies. You can go to the front, keep the heat on. But like I was saying earlier, you got to work a lot harder when you're on the front. You can sit in the middle of the pack, get the draft, save your energy, but then it's really easy to get caught out. You can sit at the back and get all the draft, but then you got to sprint every other lap. As Bobro goes right to the front with Jastrab. Hillier makes a move over the top. Eyes up, riders. Hillier just wants to go to the front and keep the tempo on. 3 to the first pole, riders. 3 laps to the first pole. It's about to get exciting. Eyes up, riders. Eyes up. Do not create a hole where there is not one. Make sure you're shoulder checking before you make that move. James Hillier on the front. Ryan Jastrab trapped in down low in that blue jersey. As Will Bobro pushing around down low, way down low. That's Hayden Strong. Hayden Strong with a big jump. At the back of the pack is Connell Alford and Brad Green. Connell Alford making a move right now. He doesn't want to be chasing at the back. Now to John Parks trapped in. Here comes the bell. And we're pulling on the next lap, riders. Pulling on the next lap. Who's going to be the first one out? Who's going to be the first one out? To John Parks in the back. He's got to get those wheels moving. Can he get those 2 spokes going? Brad Green now trapped in down low. To John Parks trying to hold him off. Not much room. It's going to be close. It's going to be, oh, Brad Green. Brad Green. You are eliminated. Ben Crispin able to hold it off. Not much room for Brad Green. Now to John Parks trying to hold Ben Crispin down low. Ben Crispin's going to have to either back off the pedals, go up and over, or dive down low. Which way is Crispin going to go? Now Crispin out of the saddle, trying to get over to John Parks, trying to hold his way. To John Parks is going to push him up top. It's going to be close. It's going to be fast. At the line, it's going to be, oh, Bobro, Will Bobro, you are eliminated. Bobro going from the front to the back real quick. Didn't realize he was at the back. Now to John Parks. Got to take another rider out. Can he take out Ben Crispin? Crispin now wanting to go over the top. Now down low in that blue jersey. Blue jersey is Hayden Strong. Whoa, and they're bumping elbows. Hayden Strong pushing his way out. To John Parks trapped in. To John Parks got to dive down low. Crispin trying to get over the top. It's going to be, oh, Ben Crispin. Ben Crispin, you are eliminated. And now we got Team Orange at the back. Hillier pushing his way out. Up and over the top. Now Connell Alford's got to push over Jastrab. DeJohn Parks going down low. DeJohn Parks on the wheel of Hillier. DeJohn Parks trying to fit in. Connell Alford going over the top, and it's going to be DeJohn Parks. DeJohn Parks, you are eliminated. No room for Parks. And here comes the bell. Here comes the bell. Connell Alford won the first race of the night. Can he get up and over these 3 pro riders? All 3 of these guys race on the pro road circuit. Jastrab and Hillier, shoulder to shoulder. Hayden Strong trapped in down low. Now Hillier's trapped in. Connell Alford going up top, but it's going to be James Hillier. James Hillier, you are eliminated. Connell Alford taking him out one at a time. Can Connell Alford get over the top of Jastrab? Oh, and Connell Alford making a move early, trying to hold Jastrab down. Jastrab having to break the brakes. Now Hayden Strong trying to push it. Jastrab trying to go, so's Connell Alford. They're shoulder to shoulder. Oh, and Connell Alford says, you guys take it. It's going to be Connell Alford. You are eliminated. Give it up for the 14-year-old Connell Alford. And now we're down to Team Blue. Team Blue, Hayden Strong in the front. Ryan Jastrab in second.
2 to go, 2 to go.
2 to go at the line. And here goes Hayden Strong. Hayden Strong, and he backs off, goes back up to the top of the track. Who's going to make that move? Here's going to make that move. Here comes the bell. Hayden Strong in the front. Jastrab at the back of the team. Oh, Jastrab goes down low. Right, Jastrab opened up a big gap. Get Hayden Strong, close it down. He caught him sleeping, but here goes Hayden Strong. Hayden Strong's got a big jump. Jastrab trying to hold him up. Hayden Strong racing all the way to the finish line. Going up and over. Can he get him at the ladder? It's going to go to. Oh, Ryan Jastrab taking the win. What a race. And that is the elimination race. Give it up for all of our riders out there. Remember, they still got the Kieran and the Pro Madison to go.
Hey, Levi.
So right now, overall Omnium standings for the pro riders. Team Silver with no points. Team Green in third with 4 points. And Team Blue and Team Orange tied for first place with 9 points. Team Blue able to get a lot of points in that one. That tied them up with Team Orange. Remember, riders, keep your eyes up. Do not push yourself into a hole that does not exist.
All right, I'm here in turn 4, just waiting for the winner of the pro elimination race, who I'm talking to a lot with these elimination races. Ryan Jastrab, how did that feel, man?
That felt awesome. I love this track. Every time an elimination we do it on this track, it's just so exciting.
What different than riding eliminations on other tracks?
With the gear restriction and just the shape of the track, it's a really tactical track, so it really favors a tactical race, which I love.
Now, that jump you got on Hayden with two to go, were you worried at all that his big jump was going to bite you in the end, or were you pretty confident?
I was definitely worried about it. You might have seen I took a little peek on my shoulder. I'm like, oh gosh, I don't want to be caught right now, but yeah, somehow.
Well, you've definitely mastered this race. You got a lot of elimination races under your belt here. We wish you the best of luck with the rest of the night. This is Ryan Jastrab, the winner of the pro elimination race. We're going to send it back to John for the semi-pro elimination race. Nice job.
All right, we're about to get underway at this semi-pro elimination race. We're going to let our head official, Bruce Carlson, give these riders their instructions.
Okay, riders, this is an elimination race. If you're all together when you come around, it'll be 5 laps to go. First bell is at 1, we pull at 0. Should be every other lap after that. If I have to neutralize it, there won't be a bell. We get down to 2 riders at the end. Coming out of turn 4, it'll be 2 to go. Eyes up, don't make a hole where there isn't. That's when bad things happen. If you're out, you're out. Riders ready? Roll.
Let's paddle, 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 paddle. Remember, riders, do not jump into a hole that does not exist. Eyes up all the time. Make sure you're shoulder checking before you dive up or down the track. And hold your line.
5 to go, 5 to go.
If you go under, you will be eliminated. Even if you're at the front, you cannot pass under. If a rider is in the sprint lane, you cannot pass under them. The sprint lane is the area between the red line and the blue line. As Matt Redfield coming over the top. Doesn't want to get stuck at the back. Derek Savage in the red jersey going with him. Levi Gaswin sitting in second. Brendan Leary on his hip. Eyes up, riders. Eyes up. Dan Freiberg making a move as Michael Hartrick going to the front of the pack. 2 to the first pole. 2 to the first pole. We're going to hear the bell on the next lap. Dan Freiberg ramping up that tempo early. Now Carbomb and Del Judas at the back. Playing that game early. They got to get over Noah Chabot. Remember, watch the back of the pack. Now Tim Bober in that dangerous spot. Pulling on the next lap, riders. Pulling on the next lap. Del Judas has got to go now. Paul Del Judas looking for a place to go. Donnell Anderson trapped in. Donnell Anderson trying to push down. Noah Chabot trying to go up top. Del Judas trying to push over the top. It's going to be close. And at the line, it's going to be, Donnell Anderson. Donnell Anderson, you are eliminated. Trying to get his way out. Wasn't able to. Here comes the bell again. Del Judas got to get over Carbomb. Pushing Carbomb down. Now Carbomb's got to push over Noah Chabot. Is Carbomb going to go down low? Noah Chabot trying to push over Derek Savage. Tim Bober in a dangerous spot in the back of the pack. And it's going to be close, but it's going to be Brandon Carbomb. You are eliminated. If Carbomb would have accelerated a little more, he would have had Tim Bober at the line. Tim Bober now at the back of the pack. He needs to get out of the way because here comes the bell. Hold your line, riders. Hold your line. Derek Savage trapped. Is he going to go down low? Savage looking for a way out. Noah Chabot looking for a spot to go. Del Judas goes over the top of him. Derek Savage trying to push it to the line. Noah Chabot pushing it to the line. It's going to be close. It's going to be Noah Chabot. You are eliminated. Eyes up, riders, as Matt Redfield setting the tempo at the front of the pack. Derek Savage squeezing in down low underneath Levi. Levi Gaswin on the wheel of Brennan Leary. Dan Freiberg in the middle of the pack. Now Del Judas has got to make the move all the way over the top. Paul Del Judas has got to push it hard now. Now Derek Savage trapped in down low. Savage trying to push it at the line. Levi Gaswin at the back. Tim Bober's there, and it's going to be, down low, Derek Savage. Derek Savage, you are eliminated. No room to go, and Savage pushed out. Now Freiberg down low in that dangerous spot. Same with Gaswin. Gaswin needs to drop down. Needs to back off those pedals and push his way over. Tim Bober. Tim Bober trapped in by Paul Del Judas. Del Judas pushing the pedals. Del Judas pushing over Leary. Tim Bober trying to push his way in there. They're going all over the place. Tim Bober, can he push at the last minute? It's going to be close. It's going to be, Tim Bober. Tim Bober, you are eliminated. No more chopping blades for the slice. All right, now Del Judas playing the back of the pack. Freiberg and Levi Gaswin trapped in down low. Del Judas has to push up and over the green jersey of Brennan Leary. Brennan Leary pushing all he can. Del Judas going up high. Gaswin down low. It's going to be close, but at the line it's going to be Dan Freiberg. Freiberg, you are eliminated. And we're down to 5 riders, Hartrick and Redfield been on the front the whole time. Levi Gaswin going down low, but now he's trapped in. Del Judas going with Leary. Del Judas has to push over the top of Leary. Gaswin's trapped in by Hartrick. Mike Hartrick making him work. Del Judas trying to push it. It's going to be close at the line. It's going to be, Levi Gaswin. Levi Gaswin, you are eliminated. Not bad for his first elimination race. And it was 4 riders. Now we're down to 4. Del Judas has been at the back the entire race. He's getting his interval training in now. Can Del Judas do it again? Paul Del Judas at the back of the pack. He's pushing the pedals, trying to get over Leary. Whoa! Bumping elbows. Leary trying to push his way out. When there's no room, you can't push out. It's going to be Brendan Leary. Brendan Leary, you are eliminated. Now we got Matt Redfield, Mike Hartrick, and Paul Del Judas. Matt Redfield in the orange jersey been leading the pack the whole time. Del Judas has to get up and over Hartrick. Del Judas needs to push over Hartrick. Hartrick holding that line. Redfield out of the saddle. Del Judas with a big push. Hartrick pushing him up the track. It's going to be close. And at the line, it's going to be, Mike Hartrick. Mike Hartrick, you are eliminated. Now we're down to Del Judas and Redfield. Del Judas in the red. Matt Redfield in the orange. 2 to go, 2 to go. Del Judas been riding for the pack the entire race. Matt Redfield at the front the entire race. Here comes the bell. Who's going to make the win? Who's going to win this race? Oh, Del Judas going up high. Diving back down. Matt Redfield needs to push it. Del Judas going out the front. Matt Redfield says that's about enough. And the winner of our semi-pro elimination race, going off the front, from the back to the front, Paul Del Judas taking the win. The devil takes the hindmost is Paul Del Judas. Nice racing from Matt Redfield on the front the whole time. All right, this is our semi-pro Group 2 elimination race. I'm going to go ahead and say it right now. I think there's a big old X on the back of John Mcguire. I would suggest sitting on his wheel. There you go, John. Make you work a little bit harder. Patrick Leary took second in that first race. Can he take a win tonight? I told him I can only use my wheels for winning. Second place isn't a win.
Okay, riders, this is an elimination race. If you're all together when you come around, it'll be 5 to go. First bell will be at 1, we pull at 0. Will be every other lap after that, unless I have to neutralize it, and then there won't be a bell. We get down to 2 riders, it'll be 2 laps to go coming out of turn 4. Remember, you cannot pass underneath. If you pass underneath, you will be out, not the person on the back. So make sure you're going over. Don't make a hole where there isn't. That's when bad things happen. Okay, riders ready? Roll.
Pedal, pedal, pedal. That's Autumn Kea on the front. Eamon Kernan in second. Avalon Leary in third. Donald Smith in fourth. Patrick Leary in fifth. Jay
5
Atwater
to go, riders. 5 to go.
Jay Atwater in the back. John Mcguire on that red Cervelo. Drew Laird on the orange Holdsworth. Pulling up at the back. Kevin Graham. 4 to the first pole. Riders 4 laps to their first pole. Kay on the front, setting the tempo. She knows she can go just fast enough to control the speed. If you're at the front, you don't have to worry about getting pulled out, but you do have to worry about working a little bit harder. Graham at the back of the pack. Atwater ramping up that gear. Down low, sitting on the junior Donald Smith's wheel. 2 to go at the line, 2 to go at the line, 2 to go at the line, riders. 2 to go at the line, 2 to go at the line. Gonna hear a bell on the next lap, riders. Bell on the next lap. Trapped in down low is Jay Atwater. Kevin Graham's gonna have to get up and over Drew Laird. John Mcguire looking for a spot out as well. Here comes the bell. And we're pulling on the next lap, pulling on the next lap. Last place rider's going to get pushed out. Whoa, hold your line, riders. Jay Atwater in that dangerous position. Now Donald Smith trapped in down low. Donald Smith out of the saddle. Atwater trying to go up top. Atwater with a big last-minute push. It's going to be, Donald Smith. Donald Smith, you are eliminated. No room for the junior down low. Eyes up, riders. Make sure you're shoulder checking. Hold your line. Hold your line. Stop looking at wheels. Pulling on this lap. Pulling on this lap. John Mcguire's got to get up and over Eamon Kernan. Eamon's trying to hold him off. Down low is Abilene Leary. Abilene Leary pushing up high. Atwater's going to be, Abilene Leary. Abilene Leary, you are eliminated. Eyes up, riders. Eyes up. Atwater riding for the back of the pack, having to push big each time. Eamon Kernan now going from the front to the back. Kernan's got his push on those pedals. Has Drew Laird taking over that front position. Patrick Leary sitting in the middle. Now Kernan trying to push his way out. Autumn Kea now in that dangerous spot. Jay Atwater going up top. Hold your line, riders. Hold your line. And it's going to be Atwater. Jay Atwater, you are eliminated. Now Autumn Kea. Kea, the last woman in the race. Looking for a way out. Is Eamon Kernan pushing his way over Patrick Leary. Now John Mcguire and Kevin Graham got to go all the way over the junior. Kernan pushing it hard. Now Patrick Leary's in that dangerous spot. Patrick Leary has to back off the pedals. Now he's got to make a big push. It's going to be close, but it's going to be, Patrick Leary. Patrick Leary, you are eliminated. Eamon Kernan looking for a wheel as John Mcguire takes over that front position. Eamon Kernan pushing it. Now Drew Laird's got to go. Drew Laird's holding that black line. Autumn Kea coming over the top. Kevin Graham trying to push it. They're all over the track here. Drew Laird's pushing. It's going to be Laird or Graham. Laird or Graham at the line. It's going to be, Drew Laird. Drew Laird, you are eliminated. Hold your line, Kernan. Eamon Kernan now in the pole position. The rider's got to go up and over, up and over. Kernan's got to stay below the red line. Autumn Kea trying to push it. John Mcguire trying to go. Kevin Graham trying to push up and over. Hold that line, Eamon. It's going to be close. And at the line, it's going to be Graham. Kevin Graham, you are eliminated. And we're down to three riders, down to three riders. John Mcguire up top. Eamon Kernan down low. Autumn Kea in the middle. Autumn Kea's got to jump on that wheel. Can she get up and over Kernan? All the way to the finish line. Push it, push it, push it, push it. Eamon Kernan trying to go. Autumn Kea trying to get over the top. It's going to be close, the last minute push, and it's going to be Autumn Kea. Autumn Kea, you are eliminated. Let's go, Eamon. Now John Mcguire going off the front. Two to go. John Mcguire off the front. Gonna hear the bell when he comes around. All the way, Eamon. Finish out the race, Eamon. Let's go. John Mcguire off the front. Let's go, Eamon. You still got to do this last lap. Pedal. And the winner of our semi-pro Group 2 elimination, John Mcguire. Second place, the junior 14-year-old Eamon Kernan. Give it up for those riders. Now we're going to get some of our young juniors up to the rail. Young juniors up to the rail. All right, juniors, make sure you hold your line this time. Make sure you hold your line.
All right, riders, this is a 5-lap scratch race. 5-lap scratch race. If you're all together when you come around, we'll get the single bell and get the race started. Riders ready? Roll.
Eyes up, riders, eyes up. 5 to go at the line, 5 to go at the line. That's Jack Lear on the front, Cormac in second. Karamia in third in the blue jersey. Carter Todd at the back in the black Lexus jersey. Carter going up to the blue line, trying to get over the top. Hold your line, riders, hold your line. Carter Todd making a move. He's going to see 3 to go when they come around. 500 meters at the line, 500 meters at the line. Cormac going off the front. Cormac Leary making a big jump. Jack Leary trying to chase him down. Black line, Carter, black line. Let's go all the way. 2 to go, 2 to go. Can Cormac Leary stay away? Karamia trying to chase him down with Jack Leary. Cormac's off the front. Here comes the bell. Eyes up, eyes up. Cormac Leary still off the front, but Jack's chasing him down. Karamia's on the wheel of Jack because you got to go all the way up and over. You got to go all the way up and over. Cormac Leary, can he stay away? To the finish line, and the winner's going to be Cormac Leary, Jack Leary, Karamia. Hold your line, riders, hold your line. Keep pedaling, Cormac. Give it up for those juniors. Once again, we want to thank our sponsors, Meade Lexus of Southfield, Meade Lexus of Lakeside, and Lexus of Ann Arbor, as well as Diversified Members Credit Union, and our newest partner, the Rafa Foundation. All right, and next up, we're going to get into some Kieran racing. The Pro Kieran about to happen right now at American Cycling League's Lexus Velodrome Championships for 2021. This is our second 2-day since the COVID shutdown. We're following all the COVID protocols. Kieran Riders, Group 1 of our pro riders. Kieran Riders up to the rail.
No. Okay, riders, this is a 10-lap Kieran race. 10-lap Kieran race. When the motor comes around coming out of turn 4, it'll be riders ready, and the whistle will be your start. For the first lap, you have to maintain this starting position. After that, you can do anything but go past the back of the motor. The motor will pull off the track with 3 laps to go coming out of turn 4. From there, it's just a straight sprint finish. Any questions?
All right. So the way this race works is we've got Luke on the motor. Luke's on the electric bike here. He's going to be pedaling around. He's going to get these riders. They're going to start off at 18 miles an hour. It's going to be 18 miles an hour off the bat. They're going to jump onto the wheel of the motor, 18 miles an hour. He's going to pick it up about 2 miles an hour each lap until he pulls off with 3 to go at 31.5 miles an hour. So right now we're up to about 20 miles an hour. Cavanagh on the motor, on the wheel of the motor. That is Connell Alford sitting in second. is Will Bobrow. Now Ryan Jastrab trying to make a move over the top. Right now, it's all about a game. It's a game. Who wants to be in what position? Who wants to be where? James Hillier on the wheel of Jastrab. He wants to stick tight on Jastrab. Now Will Bobrow at the back. We only got 4 in this Kieran. Slowly picking up that tempo. They're at about 26 miles an hour. 26 miles an hour, going to hit 28 as they come through. They got 1,000 meters left to go in this race. 1,000 meters left to go in this race. Once again, the motor's going to pull off at 50 kilometers an hour. It's about 31.5. You can start seeing him ramp up that tempo. Connell Alford 10 on the wheel. Jastrab now sitting in second. Hillier in third. Bobrow at the back. They got 5 to go. 5 to go. The motor comes off at 3. We're up to 28 miles an hour, 29 miles an hour. Slowly picking up that tempo. He's going to pull off at 50 kilometers an hour. Right now, we're about 40K. Picking it up. 45K, 45K right now. And we're going to really see the tempo pick up now. All right, now we're at 30 miles an hour, 31, 31.5. They're at 50 kilometers an hour. The motor's about to come off. The race is about to go down. We got 3 to go, 3 to go. The motor's off the race. Connell Alford on the front, Jastrab at second. Hillier on his wheel, Bobrow at the back. Connell Alford setting that tempo. He's going to see 2 to go, 2 to go at the line, 2 to go at the line. It takes a lot to come over the top. Can Connell Alford stay away? Jastrab's letting a small gap. Oh, no, Jastrab making a big move. Connell Alford's got to push it. Jastrab trying to get over the top. Alford looks over his shoulder. Alford's out of the saddle. Now Jastrab going. Hillier's going with him as well. Bobrow trying to overtake him, and we got 1 to go, 1 to go. Can Ryan Jastrab stay away? Here comes James Hillier. Hillier chasing down Jastrab. Jastrab on the front. He's pushing his elbows out. Ryan Jastrab all the way to the finish line. And the winner of our Kieran going over 40 miles an hour, Ryan Jastrab for the Wildlife Generation, putting it down. That's win number 2 for Ryan Jastrab, winning that elimination race along with the Kieran. Now we're going to get our second group of pro riders. Second group of pro riders up to the rail, up to the rail. We'll have our second group of pro riders for their Kieran race. Put your hands together for Ryan Jastrab. Win number 2 on the night. Easily hitting over 40 miles an hour in that Kieran.
Okay, riders, this is a 10-lap Kieran, 10-lap Kieran. When the motor comes around, the instructions will be riders ready. The whistle will be your instruction to start. The motor will pull off the after the first lap, then you before the first lap ends, you got to maintain the starting position. Once that's done, then you can do anything but go past the back of the motor. The motor will pull off with 3 to go coming out of turn 4. From that point, it's a straight sprint finish.
All right, and here we go. Once again, motor starting off at 18 miles an hour. It's going to pick up to 50 kilometers an hour before it pulls off. Up to 32K, 32K as they pull around with 9 to go, 9 to go. Up to 38 kilometers an hour, about 25 miles an hour. On the front, that's Ben Chrisman sitting in second. DeJohn Parks in the blue jersey in that arrow position. That's Hayden Strong, and at the back, Brad Green. It's anyone's race at this point. Up to 42K. 42K as they come through the 50-degree banking to turn 4 at the Lexus Velodrome here at the American Cycling League in downtown Detroit. 45K as they come around. 45K as they come around. Picking up that tempo. They got 1,000 meters to go in this race. 1,000 meters to go in this race. 2 laps till the motor comes off. They're at 48 kilometers an hour. 48 kilometers an hour. Motor's coming off on the next lap. Here we go. They're bump. Oh, they got one more. Bumping it up. 48 kilometers an hour. He's holding it there. He's going to start picking it up to 50. All the way. The motor's coming off on the next lap. Ben Chrisman on the front. DeJohn Parks sitting in second. They're going to see 3 to go when the motor comes off. And they're at 50 kilometers an hour. Here we go. The race is on. Ben Chrisman on the front. DeJohn Parks letting a little gap open up, letting some separation go. They got 2 to go. Who's going to get up and over? Now Hayden Strong on the wheel. DeJohn Parks has to push over Chrisman. Chrisman now pulling away. Ben Chrisman on the pedals. Ben Chrisman, can he stay away? DeJohn Parks trying to use the track. Here comes the bell. Ben Chrisman off the front. DeJohn Parks looks over his shoulder. Now DeJohn Parks closing down that gap. Can he get over the top of Ben Chrisman? Ben Chrisman on the front. DeJohn Parks making a move. It's going to be close. Ben Chrisman going for it. Here comes Hayden Strong. Hayden Strong with a big move all over the track, and the winner, it's going to be, oh, I don't know. I'm going to say DeJohn Parks, but we're going to have to go to the camera. Hayden Strong with a big push. I think it went to DeJohn Parks, but Hayden Strong with a big jump at the end. We're going to have to go to the camera for our final footage on that one. DeJohn Parks let that separation open, then he chased him down. He checked his shoulder. He was trying to make him really work for it. Team Orange showing them, man, the juniors tonight, no joke. Connell Alford, Ben Chrisman, DeJohn Parks. All 3 of them putting it down tonight. All right, as of right now, the overall Omni. And the official winner of that last Pro Kieran, Team Orange, DeJohn Parks, able to take it at the line. Right now, overall, Omnium results. Can we go back to that? Omnium results? It just switched.
I am here with the winner of the first Pro Kieran, Ryan Jastrab. We're getting comfortable here. You made a pretty interesting move right off the beginning of the race, and you bullied Will Barber out of there, and James Hiller just kind of followed you. What was your thought process behind that?
Well, I prefer going P2 in a Kieran. It's kind of the desirable spot in a Kieran. And I kind of knew I could take the wheel. I just had to make myself kind of known, kind of just push myself into the position and take the spot and hope for the best for the finish.
It was a boss move for sure. Now, we talked about how this track rides differently for an elimination race. How does this track ride differently, especially with the gear restriction for the Kieran? How does this track ride differently for a Kieran?
Yeah, on this track, it's way different than a bigger track just because you are gear restricted. You're being dropped off at a high speed, so you're already kind of spun out. And then the corners are super hard to get over. You can't really slingshot as much, so you really got to put down some power when you're at a high cadence like that.
So would you say that front position is even more important than most tracks?
Yeah, definitely on this track. It's easier to maintain the front, too, on this track with a bit of tactics.
Well, you got the Madison next. Good luck in everything you do. We're going to send it to John for I think it's a semi-pro Kieran.
All right, our first semi-pro Kieran. About to go down. We got all of our riders getting up there. We're going to go over our overall Lexus Velodrome Championship Pro Omnium standings. As of right now, in 4th place is Team Silver with 2 points. Team Green in 3rd with 3 points. Team Orange in 2nd with 12 points. And so far, the leading team of the night, Team Blue with 17 points. We still have our Pro Madison, which there's big points in that race. As our riders get ready, we got a big group out here in this Kieran.
Okay, riders, this is a 10-lap Kieran. When the motor comes around, your instructions will be riders ready. The whistle will be your start. You have to maintain this starting position for the first lap. After that, you can do anything but go past the back of the motor. The motor will pull off with 3 laps to go coming out of turn 3. From there, it's a straight sprint finish. When you get to the finish line, hold your line. Don't swing up the track. Maintain your line through turns 1 and 2. Any questions? When the motor comes around on the next lap, we'll get it started.
All right. And we're going to get Luke Cavanaugh's about to get that electric bike up to speed. We got Paul Del Judas on the front. Levi Gaswin in second. Donnell Anderson in third. Brendan Leary in fourth. Timbo Slice. Tim Bober in fourth. Fifth. I don't know, whatever number that is. Matt Redfield in the orange jersey. Noah Chabot in the back of the pack along with Derek the Savage. And Michael Hartrick leading it out. And we're rolling. 32 kilometers an hour. We got a big group here, big group. Lots of position movement. Now's the time to make a move, Redfield, if Redfield's going to move up. Get from the back of the pack. Bumping it up to 36 kilometers an hour. 36 kilometers an hour. It's about 24 miles an hour. There's the onboard camera on Donnell Anderson. That's the face of Brendan Leary, one of our juniors. Thanks to the Rafa Foundation. Thanks to Mead Lexus of Southfield, Mead Lexus of Lakeside, and Lexus of Ann Arbor, along with Diversified Members Credit Union, what's allow our juniors out here to race. Paul Del Judas won the last race. Can he stay away on the front of the Kieran? We're at 42K as we see 1,000 meters to go. Gonna bump it up to 45K. Not much movement at this point as the speed gets going faster. Remember, the motor's coming off at 50 kilometers an hour. The motor's off in 2 laps. 46 kilometers an hour as they pull through turn 3 on the 50-degree banking of American Cycling League's Lexus Velodrome. All right, and here the race goes. They're at 50 kilometers an hour. The motor's off. Del Judas on the front. Paul Del Judas, because he got 3 laps left in him. Watch out for the junior, Donnell Anderson. He knows how to race the Kieran. Levi Gaswit, second and second. Del Judas trying to ramp up that tempo. Don't overlap those wheels. Here comes Savage. Savage closing on that gap. They're going to see the bell coming up here. Don't overlap wheels, Leary. Gaswit trying to get over the top. Here comes Donnell Anderson. Anderson with a big push. Hold your line, riders. Hold your line. Paul Del Judas trying to go. Donnell Anderson trying to go over the top. Brendan Leary trying to get over Anderson. Anderson, can he hold him off? And the winner's going to be, oh, Donnell Anderson. Brendan Leary. Levi Gaswin. Derek Savage. What a move from the junior. Give it up for Donnell Anderson. It's a long time. 3 laps is a long time when you're on the front. Ask any of the riders when the motor pulls off. If you're on the front, 3 laps feels like 300 laps. Eyes up, riders. Watch out for riders coming off the track. All right, Kieran, semi-pro Kieran Group 2, semi-pro Kieran Group. My bad, this is a chase race. Semi-pro non-Madison riders, you got a 20-lap, 2-mile chase race.
All right, riders, this is a 20-lap scratch race. 20-lap scratch race. You're all together when you come around, single bell to get it started. Eyes up, no overlapping wheels, and make sure you do your shoulder checks. Riders ready, roll.
All right, we got a 20-lap, 2-mile chase race. Let's get it together, riders. Let's get it together. Pedal, pedal, pedal. Let's go, Kevin. Get up there. On a wheel, on a wheel. All right. 20 to go, 20 to go. Eyes up, riders. Make sure you're shoulder checking before you make a move. Drew Laird pulls up. Avalon Leary taking over that front position. Avalon pulls up. Shoulder checks, pulls up. Once again, we want to thank our sponsors, Meade Lexus of Southfield, Meade Lexus of Lakeside, and Lexus of Ann Arbor, as well as the Diversified Members Credit Union, our financial partner, and the Rafa Foundation. We got our Pro Madison coming up next. Pro Madison coming up next. Hold that line, Eamon. Drew Laird pushing his way up as Autumn K overtakes that front position. Kea pulls up. Now Noah Chabot, fresh out of that Kieran race, to the front of the pack. Patrick Leary sitting on his wheel. Noah Chabot setting that tempo. 15 to go at the line, 15 to go at the line. Patrick Leary on the front of the pack, 13 years old. Jay Atwater, not 13 years old, now to the front of the pack. 14-year-old Avalon Leary overtaking that front position. Like I said, we got a lot of Learys out here. She pulls all the way to the top of the track as Kevin Graham takes over. I have no idea the gauge of Kevin Graham. Donald Smith on the front, 10 years old. Give it up for Donald Smith. Noah Chabot on the front. Do not overlap wheels, Eamon. Pedal, pedal, pedal. Chabot controlling the tempo. They're going to see 11 to go at the line, 11 to go at the line. Eamon Kernan decides he wants to make a move. Kernan going over the top of Chabot. Chabot now chasing down that wheel. It's a long time out there, 10 laps. Doesn't seem that long till you're on the front. 10 to go, 1 mile to go, 1 mile to go. Chabot back to the front. Kernan looking for a wheel to jump onto. Donald Smith hanging on the back of the pack. Noah Chabot once again controlling the tempo. 9 to go, riders, 9 to go. Chabot shoulder checks, pulls up the track now. Drew Load over there, taking over the front position. John Mcguire sitting in second. Autumn Kea tight on that wheel. Eamon Kernan looking for a spot to jump into. 8 laps to go, riders, 8 laps to go. Remember, we got our Pro Madison about to go down. Pro Madison about to happen next. Drew Laird pulls up now. John Mcguire to the front. Mcguire probably got the strongest legs out of this group. We saw him pull away in the last race. Eamon Kernan closing on that gap onto the wheel of Laird. Mcguire still on the front, picking up that tempo. They're going to see 1,000 meters to go at the line, 1,000 meters to go at the line. 1 kilometer left to go. We got a kilo. Here goes Autumn Kea. Kea on the front. Don't say too much because it looks like someone's making a move. Eamon Kernan wants to go, but no, he goes right to the front. 5 to go, 5 to go. Eyes up, riders, eyes up. Donald Smith hanging on the back of the pack. He's sucking in on that wheel of Avalon Leary. Kernan now feeling it. Keep pedaling, Eamon. Keep pedaling. Autumn Kea looking for a wheel to jump onto. They got to go up and over, up and over. Here goes Jay Atwater and Patrick Leary. John Mcguire on their wheel. Now's the time to pick it up. 3 to go at the line. 500 meters to go. John Mcguire making a big push now. Patrick Leary's got to get on that wheel. Patrick Leary out of the saddle. Eamon Kernan going with Jay Atwater. Atwater down to the wheel. Down to the black line. Now Patrick Leary. John Mcguire off the front. Eamon Kernan trying to get over Atwater. Patrick Leary sitting in second place. 2 to go. Can Mcguire stay away? Now's the time to push it. Hold your line, riders. Hold your line. John Mcguire on the front. Here comes the bell. 1 to go, 1 to go, 1 to go. Push it all the way. And it looks like the winner of this race is going to be the rider off the front, John Mcguire, but can Patrick Leary stay away? Jay Atwater trying to push it. Kevin Graham making a push at the last minute, trying to get over Eamon Kernan. And it's going to go John Mcguire, Patrick Leary, Jay Atwater, Eamon Kernan, Kevin Graham, Avalon Leary, Noah Chabot, Donald Smith, Autumn Kea, Drew Laird. Give it up for those riders. First night of racing underway for those semi-pros. Now we have our Pro Madison, our premier race of the night. We've got our Pro 8-mile Madison, followed by our final race of the night, our semi-pro 6-mile Madison. All right. American Cycling League here at the Lexus Velodrome in downtown Detroit. This is our premier race. This is the Pro Madison. So let's go over our Omnium points so far. In fourth place is Team Silver with 2 points. Third place, Team Green with 3 points. Team Orange in second with 12 points. And Team Blue in the lead with 17 points.
Okay, riders, this is an 80-lap Madison. 80-lap Madison. The sprints are at 61, 41, 21, and 1. On the first 3 sprints, the points are 5, 3, 2, 1. The final sprint, 10, 7, 5, 3, 2, 1. If you lap the field, you'll get +5. If you get lapped by the field, it's -5. Remember, exchange just means drawing even. You do not have to do a hand sling. That is optional. Talk about your exchanges coming up to the sprints before they happen. First few laps will be neutral, and those will not count. Once the bell goes, we'll start counting the laps. So the first few laps will be neutral. Everybody will get at least 1 exchange in. When the bell goes, we start counting laps. Riders ready? Roll.
All right, and they're rolling. Pro Madison underway right now. We've got Team Orange, Connell Alford and DeJohn Parks. Team Silver, Ben Crispin and Will Bobrow. Team Green, Brad Green and James Hillier. And the leaders of the night so far, Team Blue, Hayden Strong and Ryan Jastrab. So what you're going to see is these riders down low. They are the riders in the on position. They are racing at the black line. They're going to be going to the black line at full speed. Their partners are going to be riding above the blue. When they catch up with their partner, don't go too slow up there. Don't go too slow up there. We'll see the first exchange of the night here, a double exchange from Team Blue and Team Green. All right, first bell will mean the race is underway. We'll let everyone get an exchange in before the racing starts now. DeJohn Parks getting thrown in from his teammate Connell Alford. Once we hear the first bell, the race will be underway. You're going to hear a few bells throughout this night. When you hear a bell, that means it's a sprint lap. We're going to have sprint laps at 61, 41, 21-1. Points are going to go 5-3, 2-1 for the first 3 sprints, and the final sprint points will be 10-7, 5-3, 2-1. The bell means it's a sprint lap. That first bell means the race is underway. We are out of control. As Brad Green getting thrown in from James Hillier. Here comes Connell Alford. Alford looking for his teammate, DeJohn Parks. Bob Rowe goes up and over. Connell Alford. Spread it out in recovery, riders. Spread it out in recovery. Do not go too slow. Brad Green at the front. Pictures of me, bro? Come on. Brad Green setting that tempo in the front of the pack. James Hillier looking for his teammate. Hillier diving down on the red line. Will Bobrow and Ben Chrisman talking to each other. Everyone's looking out for that blue team. That blue team. Strong team. They're picking up the tempo. Ryan Jastrab decides now's the time to go, if ever. DeJohn Parks comes in for Connell Alford. Ben Chrisman going up and over. Now DeJohn overtakes that front place position. Ben Chrisman on his wheel. Do not overlap wheels, riders. Do not overlap wheels. DeJohn Parks pulls up. He's looking for the wheel of Jastrab. Here comes Bob Rowe. Bob Rowe coming in. Team Silver and Team Green are backwards. High exchange for the green team. High exchange for the green team. High exchange for the green team. Hillier almost misses the exchange. Jastrab on the wheel. Now off the front goes Team Silver. Team Silver's got a little breakaway. That high exchange for the green team allowed Silver to go off the front. Now Team Orange looking for their exchange. Connell Alford looking for DeJohn Parks. Remember, the first bell is going to be at 61. First sprint lap is at 61. Connell Alford closing on that gap. Now Will Bobrow onto the wheel of Alford. Setting that tempo. Brad Green. Brad Green in the green jersey. James Hillier down the track. Collegiate points race national champion, along with collegiate criterium national champion. Jastrab looking for Strong. Hayden Strong down to the red line, or Jastrab down to the red line looking for Strong. It's Connell Alford goes up on his hip onto the wheel as they make a big exchange there. Alford looking for DeJohn Parks, who got the first sprint coming up soon. First sprint's coming up here at 61. Ben Chrisman onto the hip of DeJohn Parks. DeJohn Parks in the front now. Brad Green looking for his partner. DeJohn Parks pulls up. Jastrab trying to get onto a wheel. DeJohn Parks onto Jastrab's wheel. He's got to get up and over Brad Green. Brad Green coming for Hillier. Reaches out, throws him in the race. Now Ben Chrisman pulls off the front. Brad Green now setting that tempo pace. 68 to go at the line. 68 to go when they come around. Here comes Bill Bobrow. Bobrow looking for Chrisman. Chrisman working hard. He puts out, grabs his hand, throws Will Bobrow back into the race, and here comes Hayden Strong. Hayden Strong coming in for Jastrab. Their big exchange is coming up. Connell Alford coming in for DeJohn Parks. These two guys are going to be racing at Junior Nationals together. They're putting it out with the pros here in the American Cycling League's Lexus Velodrome Championships. This is the race. Here we go. James Hillier coming in for Brad Green. 66 to go. Hillier pulls up. Strong to the front. We got a sprint coming up. There's going to be a bell at 61. Bell at 61. 65 when they come around. 65 when they come around. Hayden Strong looking for Jastrab. Bobrow looking for Chrisman. Hillier's got to go up and over. Now DeJohn Parks going to make a high exchange for the red team. Oh, and they're able to make it back down. Down to the red line comes DeJohn Parks. 64 at the line. 64 at the line. Jastrab pulls off the front. Now DeJohn Parks setting that tempo. Green's got a high exchange at the back of the pack. Green making an exchange. Here comes Brad Green coming in. 63 to go. DeJohn Parks setting that tempo. Who's going to take the first points of the night? 63 to go. We got a sprint lap coming up at 61. Will Bauer about to come in for Ben Chrisman. Ryan Jastrab going up top. Jastrab starts ramming at the tempo. Coming in hot, riders. Coming in hot. Jastrab's got to get up and over Orange. Here comes Connell Alford. High exchange for the blue team. Blue team, Hayden Strong's coming in. Here comes the bell. Can Hayden Strong close it down? Off the front's Connell Alford. Coming in is James Hillier. Connell Alford out the front. Ryan Hayden Strong trying to push over the top. Connell Alford trying to hold him off, and the points are going to go. Orange, blue, silver, green. Orange, blue, silver, green. Ben Chrisman looking for his teammate. DeJohn Parks is going to keep the tempo hot. DeJohn Parks is in the race. Ben Chrisman's on as well. Jastrab coming down. James Hillier chasing him. Hillier has to go high all the way up and over. Team Orange taking those first sprint points, but now Ryan Jastrab keeping the heat on. Brad Green coming in for James Hillier. Hillier able to close down that gap. And all of our teams are back together. DeJohn Parks standing at the wheel of Jastrab. 57 to go, 57 to go, riders. Silver and orange about to exchange in at the same time. DeJohn Parks wants on the wheel of Ryan Jastrab in the blue. He knows they're the leaders. It's going up against Team Orange and Team Blue. Remember, this is an Omnium for the weekend, High exchange for the blue team, high exchange for the blue team. Connell Alford's got to go all the way up and over. Brad Green on the front, shoulder checks as Will Bobrow goes up and over James Hillier. James Hillier's into the race. James Hillier overtaking that front position. Hillier ramps up the tempo. 54 to go at the line. Hillier pulls out the front now. Connell Alford having to chase down Hayden Strong. DeJohn Parks looking for his partner, Connell Alford. Connell Alford looking for Parks, and it looks like the tempo slowed up just a little bit. Everyone's feeling it after that first sprint. It's just our first night of race. Remember, back tomorrow night at 7:30 here in downtown Detroit for American Cycling League's Lexus Velodrome Championships Games. Race number 2. This is an Omnium. Not just the winner from tonight, but the winner from every single race over the weekend will take home the belt. Who's going to be the champ? Who's going to Macho Man themselves home? Now DeJohn Parks on the front. He pulls up. Brad Green overtakes him. Brad Green pulls down. Parks on the wheel of Jastrab. Now Ben Chrisman on the front. Chrisman shoulder checks. He pulls up the track. Connell Alford coming in. These other riders going to have to go up and over. Team Blue, Silver making an exchange. Team Blue making an exchange. Silver right after him. High exchange for the Silver team. Team Green at the back of the pack. Team Green at the back of the pack with an exchange. Tempo slowed down. We got the next sprint at 41. Next sprint at 41. We're Hill the Bell at 41. James Hillier coming in. As Hayden Strong goes up top. Hillier looking for a place to go. He jumps onto the wheel of Hayden Strong. Connell Alford now on the front of the pack. Alford pulls way up to the top of the track, using that 50-degree banking to his advantage. Hayden Strong readjusting his mask on the front of the pack. DeJohn Parks looking across the track for his partner, Connell Alford, as James Hillier sitting tight on the blue wheel of Hayden Strong. 46 at the line, 46 at the line, 46 at the line. So far in this race, Team Orange is in the lead. Team Blue in second. Team Green, Silver in third. Team Green in fourth. .45 to go. This is the lull in the race. This is the calm before the storm. We're going to see a sprint lap coming up. It's about to get going. Hayden Strong ramping up that tempo. He knows about to throw in Jastrab. Ryan Jastrab ramping it up, looking for his partner, DeJohn Parks on the wheel of Jastrab. Jastrab getting tossed in, 44 to go. Jastrab picking up the tempo. Connell Alford's going to have to go once he comes in this race. Ryan Jastrab on the front. He's looking for DeJohn Parks to make a move. DeJohn Parks setting that tempo. Brad Green on the wheel of Parks. At the back is Ben Chrisman. Here comes Connell Alford. High exchange for the Silver team. Silver and Green. Silver and Green, high exchanges. We got a double exchange in the back of the pack. Ryan Jastrab controlling the tempo. Connell Alford wants to go. 42 to go. We got a sprint lap coming up. But here comes Hayden Strong. Strong's coming in for blue. Hayden Strong coming in. They're going to hear the bell. Connell Alford's got to go all the way over the top. Connell Alford with a big push. Hayden Strong coming in. Connell Alford closes down on that wheel. Connell Alford to the sprinter's lane. Hayden Strong's got to get up and over. Now Connell Alford trying to pull away. Alford checks his shoulder. All the way. Go, 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 go. And points are going to go. Oh, orange, blue, green, silver. DeJohn Parks coming in. Look at that. Team Orange taking the first 2 sprint points. DeJohn Parks made a move early, able to throw in his partner. Now Brad Green going over the top. Team Green wants to keep the pressure on. They want to get a lap. They say, who needs sprint points when you can get a lap? Off the front goes Team Green. Now Ryan Jastrab in the blue chasing him down. Will Bobrow's got a hammer now. He's waiting for his partner. Ben Chrisman needs to slow down. Here comes Hillier. Hillier's coming into the race. James Hillier's coming into the race. DeJohn Parks tight on his wheel. Connell Alford about to come in. Jastrab's on the front. Or off on the front too. Whoa. Connell Alford almost getting bucked off his bike during that exchange. Hayden Strong coming in. Now Connell Alford keeping the heat on. He pulls up. Hillier's looking for a wheel to jump onto as Hayden Strong comes in the race. James Hillier on Hayden Strong's wheel. In orange at the back. That's Connell Alford. Now the front and Team Green. Ben Chrisman trying to go. Team Silver's chasing. We got 3 off the front. 3 off the front. They're working together, trying to stay away. DeJohn Parks coming in for Connell Alford. Oh, Brad Green making another move, keeping the tempo high. Team Green's Brad Green going off the front. He wants to make him hurt. DeJohn Parks pulls up. DeJohn Parks needs to get on the wheel of the blue team. DeJohn Parks has got to go. Team Silver coming in. Team Blue going off the front. DeJohn Parks need to chase him down. Connell Alford looking for his partner. Parks is feeling it. Off the front is James Hillier. Hayden Strong coming in for Team Blue. DeJohn Parks throwing in Connell Alford, but Team Green's got about a half a lap lead on him. Team Blue's chasing him down. Connell Alford's got to go by himself. Team Blue and Team Green off the front. That's Hayden Strong. Hayden Strong and James Hillier. Here comes Brad Green. DeJohn Parks needs to push it. 28 to go. 28 to go, riders. All the way. Connell Alford trying to chase him down. Jastrab pushing the heat. We got two teams off the front, Team Blue and Team Green. Team Orange can't get lapped. Team Orange needs to stay away. Because Hayden Strong on the front right now with James Hillier. They're going to see a sprint coming up. Orange and Silver need to work together. They're about a half a lap down. Here comes Brad Green. Brad Green made that jump that broke the pack apart. They want to get a lap. They want to get a lap. Orange and Silver need to work together. Green and Blue are off the front. Green and Blue are off the front. We got a sprint lap coming up. Sprint lap coming up. Oh, Team Silver missed their exchange. Connell Alford's hurting. He's looking for DeJohn Parks. They got the first two sprints. They need to get the points in this sprint. We got a sprint lap coming up here. DeJohn Parks needs to get over Team Silver. Sprint lap coming up. Off the front. James Hillier and Team Green. Team Green, are they going to get it? Ryan Jastrab hanging on the wheel of Hillier, and points are going to go. Green, Blue. Orange and Silver. If Team Blue and Team Green can lap Team Orange, it's going to change this whole race. Team Orange needs to go now. 18 laps to go. Hayden Strong chasing him down. Brad Green coming in for James Hillier. Big push. Connell Alford needs to push it. Chasing him down is Hayden Strong. And I don't think they're going to stay away. And give it up to Team Blue. They just lapped the field. And Brad Green, the one that pushed him on it. Brad Green from Team Green. As we got all of our teams back together, we got one more sprint. This one's for big points. Still anyone's race at this point. Team Blues got the most points with lapping the field, but Team Orange winning those first two sprints might make up for losing a lap. Remember, it's down to points. It's all about the points, not about the laps. James Hillier back to the front. Hillier wants to keep the tempo on. Trying to crack the blue team. Hayden Strong looking for Jastrab. They got one big sprint left. Brad Green made that move and broke this field apart. Team Blue and Team Green were able to chase off the front, lapping the field. They get 5 points each for lapping the field. Each of those teams get 5 points. Right now, the standings of this race. Team Silver with 4, Team Orange with 12, Team Green with 13, and Team Blue with 14. Eyes up, riders. Eyes up, riders. Connell Alford going over the top. They're going to see 9 to go. Those points for first place. Blue's got 14 points. Green's got 13 points. Orange has got 12. Silver with 4. It's going to come down to this final sprint. Whoever wins this final sprint's going to win this Pro Madison. Can Team Orange do it? Do they got anything left? Can Team Blue and Team Green get those points? They lap the field. We're getting to the end of the racing for these pro riders. Here comes the John Parks in the orange jersey. 7 to go at the line. 7 to go at the line. Ryan Jastrab controlling the tempo, checking his shoulder. He wants to make sure no one tries to go over the top of him. Don't say too much because here goes James Hillier. Hillier wants to ramp up the tempo. He says, let's crack them. They're going to have 1,000 meters to go. 1 kilometer to go at the line. 1,000 meters to go. Whoever wins this final sprint's going to win the race. Whoever wins the final sprint will win the race. Points are only a point away. Jastrab looking for Strong. Strong's coming in. Here comes Brad Green. Brad Green coming in. 5 to go. 5 to go. DeJohn Parks on the wheel of Hayden Strong. Bob Rogue trying to get up and over the top. 4 to go. 4 to go. Here comes Connell Alford. This is going to be Connell Alford's last effort. Let's see what he can do here. Hayden Strong making a push over the top of Brad Green. Connell Alford's got to go now. 3 to go. 3 to go. Coming in hot. Coming in hot. Coming in hot. Connell's got to overtake him. Hillier coming down, looking for Green. Silver and Green at the back. All the way, all the way. Connell Alford going to get Jastrab. Here comes the bell. Final lap. Final lap. Connell Alford looking for DeJohn Parks. Get DeJohn Parks, throw him in. DeJohn Parks needs to go. All the way to the finish line. And the winner of our Pro 80 lap, 8 Mile Madison, Team Blue, Ryan Jastrab and Hayden Strong. Give it up for those racers. Overall, for our Pro Omnium totals at this moment, Team Silver in 4th place with 9 points. Team Green in 3rd place with 21 points. Team Orange in 2nd place with 31 points. And Team Blue with 41 points. Remember, they still got a whole night of racing tomorrow for who's taking home those belts. But we still got our semi-pro race coming up after our sports desk interviews. Don't go anywhere. Once again, we want to thank our sponsors, Meade Lexus of Southfield, Meade Lexus of Lakeside, and Lexus of Ann Arbor, and the Diversified Members Credit Union, and the Rafa Foundation.
We're going to have a semi-pro Madison coming up shortly. Don't miss it.
Yeah, headset's on. All right, what a night of racing for our pros. I'm going to go over the Omnium standings right now. In fourth place with 9 points, we have Team Silver, Bobrow and Krisman. Green got 21, that's Brad Green and James Hillier. Orange has 31, that's Dejan Parks and Connell Alford. And Team Blue, 41 points. I got the winners of the Madison as well, Jastrab and Strong. Congratulations, guys. Now, John, I want to ask you, what stood out to you in that Madison race with Team Blue?
I mean, you guys seemed really solid out there. You guys were real strong, obviously. I thought, to be honest, the best move of the night was Brad Green from the green team. He made that move. He tried it twice. He made it the first time. It didn't stick. The second time it stuck. You guys went with him, able to lap the field. And, I mean, the juniors, they got those first 2 points, but it might have blown them up. I mean, how'd you guys feel when you were off the front there, Hayden?
Yeah, I mean, we were trailing those first 2 sprints. The orange team had the legs on us there. So when Brad went and Ryan followed, it was the perfect move for us as well. I looked back and seen we had the gap. And usually it's not that initial move when that brake sticks. It's a couple changes in when they lose a bit of morale back there. And I've seen Dejan was actually feeling it when I was on relief. And yeah, we stuck it out.
Yeah, keep the hammer on.
Now, is that something you guys taught, like, obviously going for all the points in the race, but Ryan, when you're in that moment, Brad Green makes that move. That first exchange with Hayden is, you communicate with him like this is it, or like what's the style there?
Yeah, so when we do an exchange, we normally try and do at least a 2-word, 3-word, like just kind of, hey, go with it, sit in, pull off, kind of just communicating what we're reading in the race. Outside the race, when you're on relief, you can kind of read it. Sometimes it's different though in the field. So yeah, we're communicating. It's
pretty amazing how that all went through, because without that lap, you guys don't win the race. You guys come up short, and it's pretty remarkable. Now, did you feel going in that last sprint, Ryan? Did you feel pretty confident with your burst of speed at the end, or were you feeling it?
Well, Hayden kind of set me up perfect. It was just a perfect lead in, and then I just had to maintain. He already got the gap for me.
So Hayden, when you guys were off the front like that, and it was for a while, you know, you're pretty much half a lap up on Team Orange and Team Silver. Are you looking across the track like, oh man, we're not making any ground on them, or is it one of those things where you don't even think about it, you just keep the hammer down and make sure they're not catching you?
Well, yeah, I was pretty confident in Ryan's ability to keep that pace up and hold that half lap. Yeah. I wasn't confident in my own, to be honest. But basically, when you're looking across and you got half a lap, I think it's mostly mental. Like, you're out the front, your morale's a lot better than they are. They kind of start to get defeated, and we just kind of had to hold it there, wait for a sprint lap, and then you're pretty much on the back after that at that point. Yeah.
And so I got another question for you. When you are, like, pretty much it seems like in every single race you're in, you're just on those bars, your arms are waving like this, and you're just shoving your bike into places where it looks like it should not go. Is that something like, can you just not help it? Is that, because I feel like it's every single race you're doing, I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But it's you, so I'm confident in it. But I mean, is that something that you plan, or just how you ride bikes?
I think it's just how I ride bikes. Usually here, I think it's when the legs aren't doing what I want them to do, I try to use the arms. You know,
there you go.
Full body mentality.
Is it a New Zealand thing to lift your bike off the ground to throw? Is that how they teach you over there? Because every single time you get like 6 inches off the ground. Don't do it at home, people.
Yeah, I think that Kieran earlier in the night, actually, I'm pretty sure I felt, I got the whole bike airborne on that one. I felt like a little bit, have to have a look at the photo. That was the first. Yeah, it's just this little manual.
Now, Ryan, the whole night was pretty full gas. How hard is it to keep the legs somewhat fresh for an 80-lap Madison after a chase, after an elimination, after a full-out Kieran, how is that fatigue settling in?
It doesn't get any better as the night goes on. Let's just put it that way. You just got to have the mindset that everyone else is hurting just as bad as I am right now. Even though sometimes I question that logic, but yeah, that's what I try and think.
Now, you guys are going to have a target on your back tomorrow, being 10 points up. How does being in the front, because everyone started at level playing field tonight, how does being in the front change race tactics for you two, or does it?
I don't really think it changes that much. I think we're going to go out there and give it our all tomorrow. Final day of racing, so nothing really to hold back.
Yeah, I would definitely say you got to go into it that you're still trying to win the thing, not like defend the thing. So yeah, just got to go into tomorrow with the same mentality, like you're starting off from zero.
And so when you guys were in the elimination race, you guys took first and second, which is a great, tactics-wise. It gives you a big points boost over a lot of other teams because the points are only for the first 5 racers, and by being first and second, you're getting the most points out of anybody. Was that, obviously you're both trying to stay in it, but when it got to the end there, were you guys just like, oh man, we just need to get this third guy out, so it's just us?
Well, yeah. Well, Ryan's usually my biggest problem in a Omnium because he'll box me in.
Yeah.
So I told him before the race, like, dude, don't box me in. Yeah. And I kind of looked back then, it was one sprint, and I seen there was only 3 left, and usually it takes a bit longer. Usually we have more than 8 riders, so I was a bit surprised when it's just Ryan and I, and at that point it's just have a bit of fun. I wasn't letting him win that one. But
I was going to say earlier, Ryan, you were saying, how hard it is to come over the top in the turns here. It seems like it's a mile long sometimes when you're coming over. And it's so much mental because when you're coming out of the turns up top, you get that little downhill. Is that anything that you're using as a strategy when you're on the front? Because I saw a few times you're kind of checking back, seeing like you're controlling the tempo, and you knew if you could put the gas on, was that to kind of hold those riders off?
Yeah, for sure, because if you get them on your hip and they don't get that jump on you, it's really hard to match the speed and then have a second kick after you've already done one kick. So yeah, I try and just get them on the hip and hold it there.
Yeah. Well, you guys had a great night of racing. We wish you the best and luck tomorrow. This is Team Blue, the winners of night 1. 41 points in the Omnium. I got Ryan Jastrab and Hayden Strong. Thanks for coming up, guys. You guys are one step closer to the championship belts.
that's a good-looking belt.
Well, thanks, guys. We'll see you tomorrow night, all right?
Awesome, thanks.
Nice job. Nice job, Hayden. Now, John, there were some surprising things in these races tonight. What was one of the more surprising things you saw out of the pro field tonight?
I was surprised with the 2 juniors, Team Orange going off the front, getting those early sprints. I think that was big. That's what allowed them to get second overall, even after getting lapped. Usually the juniors generally, sit in for the first couple sprints and then try to get the end ones. I think that move today was really smart. I thought both of them rode nice. I thought that the best thing in that last race, the best move of the night was Brad Green's move.
100%.
And he did the same move twice, didn't stick the first time. He didn't give up. He did the exact same move again, and it worked.
And it was a big call by you because you kind of pointed that out, that he has that staying power being on that Team Pursuit Championship from collegiates, and he just, you could see it, he railed it and he held, and Silver, it was actually interesting because when they went off, Orange was on that lead lap, but then broke off, and Silver had catched up because Bobrow and Crisman missed an exchange.
Yep.
And Bobrow was dying. Everyone that's raced the Madison's done a double pull, and it's no fun. How important, how big was Silver catching up? Did it mess up Orange staying in there at all, do you think?
No, I think at that point, they were going to get lapped no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
If they would have been able to stay on with that initial jump and been able to hang on the wheel without getting that lap, then obviously they would have won the race. But I think at that point, to be honest, it gets to the point where it's like, when do you just let them get the lap?
Yeah.
I think almost when it got to the point that it was within half a lap, I think Orange should have maybe just sat up and saved themselves and tried to go big on the final sprint. But it's a hard call to make in the race because, what if you don't get caught? If they don't get lapped, even if they get third place in the final sprint, they don't get lapped, they still win the race.
Yeah.
So, they're feeling it the whole night of racing. They're young kids. They're going to learn from this and come back tomorrow and see what they can do.
Now, real quick about tomorrow, a little surprising is Team Silver in my opinion. They were so strong during the DMCU Classic. Where do you think they can improve for tomorrow to try to move up in these standings?
I mean, they're strong riders. They're smart riders. I think they're going to ride fine. I think the biggest thing was the last weekend of racing, a lot of guys were not comfortable out on the track, and Team Silver was really comfortable with each other. And because of that, they got that advantage. This week, the riders are, hey, man, we've been out here a few times. We're pretty comfortable. We know where to be at, how slow you can go, when the fast spots are coming. And you could see the race was a lot smoother. And so I think their advantage wasn't there. So I think what they got to do is, they got to think of whose wheel to be on, when to make the moves, and you can't just sit in. It's, they did a little bit too much sitting in. Orange, I thought, rode great. They rode smart all night long. Connell and DeJean both taking wins in individual races, along with a great finish in the Madison. Do they have the legs for tomorrow? I don't know, and I think obviously Team Green's strong.
Yeah.
Team Green could come back tomorrow and just hammer on every single race, and they could win. I mean, it's up in the air for anybody.
It's up in the air for sure. Now, we do have one more race tonight. We have the semi-pro Madison. They are going for the miniature version of this belt, which John Hughes is leaving me now to go race with Matt Redfield. We got a pretty big field. What do we have? 1, 2, 3. What do we have? 5 teams? 4 teams tonight. So it's not a big field. It's the same field. I need to say the results of the last race. If I had them, I would, but I know that the Madison won, blue won the Madison. We know that. And then orange got second, green got third, and silver got fourth, which is what we just went over. So it was a great night of racing. The semi-pro race is going to be a very interesting race because we got, obviously, John Hughes coming off of the stand doing some announcing. But we have some pretty solid teams. We have Tim Bober with Donnell Anderson. We have Michael Hartrick and Derek Savage, who's a strong team. We have Levi, whose last name I don't know, but he looks very much like Martin Vecchio, so it was kind of creepy when I saw him. And then he's with Brendan Leary, and then we have John Hughes with Matt Redfield. Now, it's going to be a fast race, and Levi this is one of his first Madisons he's ever done. So we're going to be watching to see how he does in this Madison race. So I am going to send it to our announcer, Christine Walden, now, who's taking place of John Hughes. And I want to thank our sponsors, Mead Lexus of Southfield, Mead Lexus of Lakeside, Lexus of Ann Arbor, Diversified Members Credit Union, and the Rafa Foundation, and of course the Lexus Velodrome and the American Cycling League. And we're going to see you tomorrow night for more pro racing here in the American Cycling League Championship Games. I'm Chris Hughes, signing off until tomorrow.
Thank you, Chris Hughes. Let's get back to racing here at the Lexus Velodrome. Get our semi-pros up there and get them rolling. He introduced the teams to you, but once again, we've got Team Yellow. That's Tim Bober on the home stretch and Donnell Anderson on the back stretch. You saw him come out of that sprint and take a win midway through the night's racing. Team Orange, that's John Hughes, the announcer. He's teaming up tonight with Matt Redfield over here on the back stretch. On the home stretch, Team Green, that's Brendan Leary. His partner tonight is the new guy, Levi Gaswint. So that's Team Green. And Team Red, Michael Hartrick on the home stretch. His partner tonight, Derek Savage. Oh, I got that wrong. Derek Savage is on the home stretch. His partner, Michael Hartrick, here on the back stretch. They've got a 60-lap Madison.
Okay, riders, 60-lap Madison. 60-lap Madison. The sprints are at 41, 21, and 1. The first 2 sprints points are 5, 3, 2, 1. The final sprint is 10, 7, 5, 3, 2, 1. If you lap the field, it's +5. If you go down a lap, it's -5. Remember, if you come together for an exchange, you don't have to touch. You just have to draw even with each other. Talk to each other before the sprints so you know what's going on and who's going to be taking what. If you're not dropping in, stay well above the blue line and make it clear that you are not dropping in. First few laps will be under control. We will not start the countdown until the bell goes. Riders ready? Roll.
And we're off. for the final race of our Lexus Velodrome Championships. This is for the semi-pros. They're racing for the belt too. Right now you're looking at Tim Bober in yellow, John Hughes in orange, Brandon Leary in green, Derek Savage in red. They're going to just keep it going nice and steady. They're a little bit under control right now. Bruce Carlson will give them the go-ahead when they are out of control and start maneuvering as they want to. Right now they just got to keep it nice and steady, good and even as they go through the process of making their first exchange out here. Get rid of the nerves and settle into a bike race. The Madison, the most exciting race in the sport of bicycling. Well, we think so. Brought to you by the American Cycling League and, of course, our great sponsors, Lexus, Mead Lexus of Southfield, Mead Lexus of Lakeside, and Lexus of Ann Arbor, plus Diversified Members Credit Union. They've got offices in Detroit, Clawson, and Novi. And, of course, the Rafa Foundation, our newest member to our sponsorship family. And now the race is out of control. Mike Hartrick pulling up. Donnell Anderson taking the lead down low at the black line. Sitting nice and tight, Matt Redfield. And Levi Gaswint. And we got a double exchange going on right now. In goes Tim Bober. Brandon Leary in for Team Green. Team Red a little high right now, but they can get back down low. The best exchanges are down low near the back line. In goes Derek Savage for Team Red. In comes John Hughes for Team Orange. And Bober pulls up. Hughes takes over. Hughes is out here on Tuesday and Thursday nights drilling these guys, teaching them how to race it. Let's see if he can beat them. Pace is nice and steady. 56 to go in the bike race. We want to give a shout out to our official, Bruce Carlson, for keeping things nice and steady. Our lap counter, Shannon Kea. Our finish line photo man, Aaron Kea. And up here in the booth, Cassie Radstack running the camera. Sheena Hughes keeping track of the points. And Kevin Morrison, our above excellent scorekeeper. We get results in a second and a half as soon as they happen. In goes Matt Redfield for Team Orange now at the front of the field, just keeping that pace nice and steady. No real jams going on right now. Levi Gaswint takes a look around, just keeps it going. He's coming up to his partner, Brandon Leary. Brandon Leary now dropping down for the throw-in. So Brandon Leary keeps it going at the front, but he pulls up now. Donnell Anderson coming up to his partner, Tim Bober. Nice exchange by Team Red there. They're going to have to go up and over Bober, and Derek Savage does just that, goes up and over. John Hughes dropping in for the throw-in from Matt Redfield. And in goes John Hughes now. A little bit of a gap by Team Red there. I don't think they know they've got it, but they got it. John Hughes going to pedal up and close it down with 50 to go in the bike race. 50 to go. We think it's pretty cool that all these racers come out here and they race wearing masks, following COVID restrictions, being nice and safe out there. And they're safe racing too. Team Red now going in for exchange. John Hughes going up high to get on the wheel of Mike Hartrick. In goes Donnell Anderson for Team Yellow now. Donnell picking it up, 47 to go. They're knowing a sprint's coming up at 41. Donnell sitting on the wheel of Levi Gaswin. As they settle in. Brandon Leary in for Team Green. Derek Savage in for Team Red. 45 to go. We'll all be back here tomorrow night again on at the Lexus Velodrome on Flow Sports for the second night of the Lexus Velodrome Championships. Somebody's going home with the belt, and they're racing for it now. Derek Savage setting the pace, but Tim Bober making a move. Let's see what he does here. Going up high. Team Green's got a bit of a high exchange, but there they go. Team Red exchanging right now. Oh, elbow to elbow for Team Orange and Yellow. Look at this. Hartrick off and running. Hartrick for Team Red, getting it fired up right now out in the front. John Hughes chasing him down, coming up to Matt Redfield. Matt Redfield's going to take the sprint for Team Orange. Hartrick keeping the pressure on in front, and look at Matt Redfield making a great move on Team Red. Can he get up and over? And he is going up and over. Oh, Team Red interfered with that. I don't know how that's going to be, but look at this. It's going to be, oh, Redfield, orange, red, yellow, and green. Orange, red, yellow, and green. Team Red interfered with that exchange with their exchange. Matt Redfield forced to go up the track. I'm sure they'll be relegated for that move. So Team Orange takes the first sprint. They're talking down there now, but they definitely should go down something. As the pressure is on now. So Team Orange picks up 5 points in that sprint. We'll have to see how the other things turn out. Dale Hughes. We need an official answer on that if Red loses anything. Right now, they're in second place with 3 points. Orange has got 5. Yellow's got 2, green's got 1. Next sprint is at 21. A lot of chatter out there. And all right. All right. Bober now. They've settled down a little bit. All right. Team Red saved its second place points. No relegation because Team Orange managed to win the sprint anyhow. That's how it goes in bike racing. Team Green with a little bit of a high exchange. Oh, now they're nice and down there, down to the black line. John Hughes now at the front setting the pace. Bober sitting on that wheel. Followed by Levi Gaswin and Derek Savage. Whoa, Team Red, watch where you're going. All right. Team Green at the front. In goes Brandon Leary for Team Green. Matt Redfield takes a bit of a pull, pulls up, leaving it to Mike Hartrick, who also pulls up. We've got 26 to go in the bike race. 26 to go in the bike race. They're working hard out there. Nice easy throw in for Team Yellow. And Bober picks it up. He's going hard at the front. He's trying to get a gap on Team Orange. Team Yellow right now in third position with 2 points, but they can easily move up in this sprint and one more at the final sprint. Levi Gaswin goes down that gap on Bober, so they're all together again. And look at this on the outside. Derek Savage is going for it. Up and over goes Derek Savage, coming up to his partner, Mike Hartrick, who's going to come in hot right now. Hartrick in for Team Red, and they are trying to get away from the rest of the field, but the young junior, Donnell Anderson, chasing him down, going after them. Team Green now. In comes Brandon Leary, and out to the outside, Matt Redfield. Team Red determined to get some first place points at the sprints, and they are holding on to that lead. But look at this chase going on behind them. Brandon Leary, Matt Redfield going for it. But here comes Team Red, takes it, and it's red, green, orange, and yellow. They still got another sprint to go in the bike race. 19 laps left. Team Red went after it in that sprint at 21. They knew what they had to do to get themselves back into lead position, and they did it. Team Red now in the lead with 8 points. Team Orange with 7. Team Green with 4. Team Yellow with 3. So there's just a 1-point difference, but we've got double points coming up on the last lap. First place worth 10 points. As they settle in for the final sprint of the bike race with 17 laps to go. Donnell waving on his partner, Tim Bober. Bober's got to take an extra rotation while Donnell rests up a little bit. In goes Mike Hartrick at the front. In comes Matt Redfield for Orange. Brandon Leary passes on the pickup. Levi Gaswin on a double rotation too. Matt Redfield kind of riding away from the field. So you got Bober and Gaswin on a double pull right now. Matt Redfield taking advantage of maybe some tired legs out there with 14 to go in the bike race. Can they continue to build a gap on the field? Redfield pulling away from the rest of the field. Now we got Donnell Anderson coming in. Now he's going to be a little fresh. Team Red's making a high exchange, and in goes John Hughes for Team Orange. Let's see what he does as Donnell Anderson picks it up. He's not going to let John Hughes ride away with it. Also coming in, whoa, Team Green makes a tight exchange there. And Donnell Anderson closes that gap on Team Orange, and we are all together again. Team Red moving to the lead. John Hughes dropping down on the wheel of Derek Savage there. Donnell Anderson holding in tight, and this is a tight bike race here, folks. Team Red dropping down for their throw-in. Orange goes up and over. Yellow dropping down. Tim Bober coming in with a high exchange. Team Green's got to go up. Team Green's going to have a high exchange. He's getting waved on. Brandon Leary now being forced to do double duty as his partner Levi Gaswin waves him on with 9 to go in the bike race. 9 to go in the bike race. They're almost home. They're fighting for the belt too. The winner of this Madison and tomorrow night's Madison will go home with the belt. So they're duking it out. At the front, once again, Derek Savage going in for Team Red with 7 to go in the bike race. 7. Once again, the points are Team Red has got 8, Team Orange has got 7, Team Green has got 4, Team Yellow has got 3. And Team Red trying to get away, but John Hughes is going to reel in that effort. And is he going to go up and over? He's going to try to dust them right now. Hughes goes up and over. Gets a nice little gap on Team Red. Is he going to keep it going? Team Red, Mike Hartrick's got to come in hot for Derek Savage. John Hughes coming up to his partner, Matt Redfield. Matt Redfield's got to come in hot right now. Matt Redfield looking for the throw-in from John Hughes. Redfield doing a great job out there. Everything he's got, that's what Hughes is telling him. Everything you got as we get to the home stretch of this bike race. And we are winding it down. Matt Redfield with a nice gap on Team Red. Team Red chasing him down. Michael Hartrick coming on strong. In comes Derek Savage. And they've got how many laps to go? They're going to get a bell. This is the bell lap. Matt Redfield going for it. He's going to throw in John Hughes. Can John Hughes hold on to that lead for the last lap? And it's Derek Savage on his tail. John Hughes trying to hold him off. Can he hold off Savage? It's Hughes and Savage to the line. It's going to be Hughes, Savage, orange, red, green, and yellow. Let's hear it for our semi-pro bike racers. Great job out there. Nice racing. And the final points are Team Orange, 17 points. Team Red, 15. Team Green, 9. Team Yellow, 6. The winner tonight, Team Orange, John Hughes and Matt Redfield, the junior. And they'll get their flowers and take their victory lap. Remember, we'll be back here tomorrow night at 7:30, back on Flow Sports. Tune in again. Invite your friends. Have a viewing party. Thank you to our sponsors, Mead Lexus of Southfield, Mead Lexus of Lakeside, and Lexus of Ann Arbor. Diversified Members Credit Union, and the Rafa Foundation. All of this racing brought to you by the American Cycling League. What a great night of racing here at the Lexus Velodrome. And once again, let's see a victory lap for John Hughes. And where's Matt Redfield, the young junior? Worked hard out there. Oh, he's not going to take a lap, but he'll take the flowers. All right, good job out there, Team Orange. Woohoo! Thank you for watching. Have a great drive home. Stay safe. We'll see you tomorrow night.